Um, let's try this one more time. I don't know what the fuck happened there. This is like outtake studio, whatever. Fucking failcast over here. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I was recording for like. I thought I was recording. And then all of a sudden it's just, no, it's not recording at all. What happened? I don't fucking know. So take two, I guess. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's try this one more time. I was fucking up anyway, because I'm a little rusty. It's been a little while, it feels like it's been forever since I made a video. I know it hasn't been that long, but it feels like it's been a while. So let's try this one more fucking time. God damn it. Jesus. So I have a lot of content to make. I feel like I'm kind of drowning in Phil content to make over here. So if you could give me a lifesaver or a buoy or a life raft or something, dude. Maybe give me a rope so I can pull myself up and hang myself on it or something. I swear if this thing just auto stops recording and I don't realize it again, I'm gonna be pissed. What the fuck, OBS? I swear I hit start recording, and then like after a minute it was just gone. I'm like, what? And I didn't realize it. Whatever, fuck it. We're gonna get started here before this thing shuts off again. This is probably gonna be a long ass video anyway, so hopefully I do remember see it if it stops again. Jesus.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
The late stream tonight was Amnesia the Bunker's premiere. Now, ever since Amnesia the Bunker was going to come out in May, people were excited and said they wanted to see me play it. Then it got bumped to early June, and this was the kiss of death, as I said it was going to be. The game came out amongst Zelda, Street Fighter 6, and Diablo. When it came out, no one talked about Amnesia the Bunker. It's as if the game never existed, which is sad because the Amnesia games are pretty good horror experiences. And I was sad that this happened to the game because people were like, were you going to play it still? I was like, how could I possibly play it? You know, I'm too busy with those other new releases. I told you guys if you still wanted it, I would go back and play it once we had a chance. And now that we finished both Zelda and Diablo, we got night streams open.
I told you guys I would play it. So here we already have an issue. And I'm only fucking 53 seconds into this video and I have an issue. This is going to be a recurring theme going on. Let me move my mic up a little bit so you can actually hear me. Alright. I'm trying not to shout too much. Try to save my vocal cords because I swear I spent like 20 minutes recording a non-existent video because it wasn't recording. So already my throat's a little shot. Not like anyone fucking wants to care what I say anyway, but anyway. So he says, oh, everyone was asking me for this. Everyone was asking me if I'm going to play this. Are you playing this, Phil? Are you playing this, Phil? Phil, what? It was probably one or two people. You know how he uses the king's vernacular of we? Oh, you thought this. We thought this. You guys wanted this. When in reality, it was like one or two people. And that was it, right? One or two people kind of thing. I was like, oh yeah, well you guys wanted this. No, they really didn't. It was one or two fucking people. And he was spending like a month or two fucking hyping this game up beforehand. He was hyping this game up. Like right after I play this or whatever, we're gonna play it. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Open and said, hey, what do you guys want? And the overwhelming feedback I received this week was, we want variety in Street Fighter. Don't just do random ranked. If you're going to do Street Fighter, do something like a community night or something like that. And we want Amnesia the Bunker because that's horror and that's going to add variety to the streams. Okay? Now, allow me to tell you my experience with the game and my experience with the stream. My experience with the game is almost exactly what I expected. It's Amnesia. In this game, you're not fighting the creature that's after you. You're trying to survive and avoid it. You're trying to make as little noise as possible and sneak around. You're trying to solve puzzles. We already solved a bunch of puzzles tonight, right? And it's a little confusing because the game doesn't really hold your hand or tell you what to do. You got to kind of figure it out for yourself. But in general, I had a good time. We made good progress. 2 hours.
The game tells you how to play the game. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about there. Like, I really don't. Like, I was watching him play this game. I was on one of the few restreamers there watching him play this game. The game tells you what to fucking do. It's not like it just shoves you in and you have no idea what it's doing. It's like, oh, you have a flashlight. Yank it 600 times for it to start up. You're like, oh, this is a gun, dumbass. Here's how you load the gun. Like, here, pick these glistening items up that you see that's shining really easily. Like, the game tells you what to do, Phil. What are you talking about? The game doesn't tell you what it does.
One
How to
wing
do.
of this underground bunker, and we're trying to solve all the puzzles. I feel like we were almost done with this one wing of the bunker, and then I got killed, which is fine because I lost like maybe 5 minutes of gameplay. It wasn't a huge deal, but I was like, oh man, well we got to go back and redo that, and then I ran out of time. So overall, it's a creepy atmosphere. It's an interesting story so far. It's kind of building to a big thing. Like they're hinting that you're going to eventually end up in this underground Roman temple or something, and apparently there was some green goo in the temple, and maybe that's what made the creature, and that's why people were kind of losing their minds in this bunker or whatever. You're not sure, but that's what they're alluding to in all the logs you're reading.
Phil, what are you talking about? A Roman temple, Phil? He doesn't know anything about history. I don't know that much about history, but even I could tell that it's a World War I bunker. Probably in France somewhere. It's literally like has a bunch of French people around talking in French, right? In Frenchese. And it's an old ass fucking bunker. They didn't really have as much bunker combat in World War II as they did in World War I. So good chances are it's probably a World War I French bunker, Phil. Where the fuck are you getting this Roman thing from? Like, who the fuck told you that? Unless it does have like some twist turn and like the bunker is built on top of some old ass Roman ruins, but that doesn't make sense because why would there be Roman ruins in France? What?
You're like, that's pretty interesting. Maybe we'll get down there and there'll be a big ending here that's scary and shit. That'll be fun, right? So it's exactly what I expected for the most part, okay? The stream. First of all, we had way too many people for this game. And what I mean by that is you can tell when you have legit viewers and you have people coming in from hater streams. So as I'm playing the game, I notice the attendance is going up and we go from 300 to over 400 viewers. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is not, this is a game that's a month old. It's not a super hype game. Why do we have this many? And then, of course, what ends up happening, and I didn't talk much about this on the stream because I didn't want to derail it, is that we had a bunch of trolls coming in being stupid shitheads, doing tips and stuff that were very disgusting and insulting and stuff, and I just ignored it. I didn't talk about it on...
I just talked about this. Oh, goodness me. Phil? Alright, I'm going to try to talk softly because I don't want to shout again. I need to practice. It's weird because like when I talk a lot in retail, I mean, obviously you got to talk to customer service. I work in customer service retail. I talk a lot there. I'm fine. But when I'm making these videos, I guess maybe because I'm talking more louder than normal for extended periods of time, kind of tends to hurt my throat after a while, my vocal cords. So I'm going to try to talk a little bit more softer. Hopefully you can all still hear me okay. Phil. I've been a detractor for a very long time, Phil. I have not been making content for a long time, but I've been watching detractor content for a very long time now. Honestly, it was before you moved. Yeah, it was like shortly before you moved, I started watching you. Not you personally, but detractor content on you. And in that time, I've seen detractors come, detractors go, detractors move on to other things. Watched a whole bunch of different detractors. Been a part of a lot of detractor streams, and it was a lot of fun. Everyone's so unique and so good, and I really like it. Right? It's entertaining. Because there's a filter there between you and the viewer. And that filter, I guess in this case, if you're watching this, I guess it would be me, but I don't really restream. And Lee, Pastor Remote, all these people, GGG, well, he's not a restreamer that much, but GGG, James the Lesser, whoever the prophet, all these people, right, have their own unique personality, their own unique spin at it, right? So, watching you without a filter is tedious as fuck. No one wants to come to your bare bones ass stream and watch your raw, unedited content without someone else talking over you, without someone else filtering that to make it more palatable for the viewing audience. You see what I'm saying? That's why so many people actually restream you. Because when they're restreaming you, you're more like kind of like background noise, and they can talk over you or make jokes at you, whatever, and make it more entertaining. Okay? And in all my years as a detractor watching detractor content about you, not a single fucking detractor has ever sent his audience to you. You want to know why they don't do that, Phil? It's because they don't want you to get the extra views. They don't care how many views you get. They don't care how much money you get. You can make as much fucking money in the world. I don't care. Because I know it's not going to help you anyway. You're not going to save that money. I'm getting derailed here. You're not going to save that money. It's not going to help you. You're not going to improve your stream quality or anything. It's literally going to go to Scopely, right? But no one is going to try to send detractors over to your channel to help you get more views on a fucking stream. They're just not. You know what detractors do? When they're done with their stream, they'll transfer or send their audience to another detractor. And whoever else will be who's streaming, like, well, I'm done, guys, but Tevin's still streaming, so I'm gonna send you guys over to Tevin. I'm gonna send you guys over to this person or that person. But they never send people to you. Because no one can stomach watching your raw, unedited content for very long at all. Because you're so fucking boring. You're so fucking toxic and just, ugh. It's like, I'm trying to think of a good analogy here, but I don't really know any. I don't know enough about cooking, but it's like, you're a super bland piece of meat, piece of food, and the detractors are spices. And all these different spices make this super nasty, gnarly turnip food, whatever you want to fucking call it, actually tastes really fucking good, right? But without those spices, no one's going to want to eat that piece of food. No one. Except for some very few dented people would eat it raw. But why would they want to eat it raw when they have all these different spices here they can sprinkle on top of it and actually make it entertaining? You know why? It's because they're talking over you. In some cases, they're having this random ass conversation that doesn't even have to deal with you, and you're just like the background noise. You're the content catalyst, as Shinko says. Like, you spawn these communities to have their own streams while you're like the glue that holds the streams together. That's what we all have in common. You know what I mean? So why then would any detractor ever want to send views your way? Why would they send detractors and trolls your way? Especially considering the fact that you have a 24-hour sub mode on in your chat. So someone would have to be subscribed to your channel already for 24 hours before they can talk in your chat. Okay? It's the same with new viewers. If a new viewer hops in, they can't fucking talk in your chat. If a bot was sent to you, they can't fucking talk, obviously. They're a fucking bot. So this does not sound like a detractor sent trolls over to you. It sounds more like someone was view botting you and gave you views from a view bot from bots. Detractors don't do this, Phil. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but he's like just getting more and more fucking delusional every fucking day.
But you can tell when morons are coming in from a restreamer. So someone out there must have been restreaming and they sent their goons over. So here's the stream. It says 400 or 500 people watching. Yet in the chat, you're noticing you're not seeing that, right? You're not. I would say the chat was 50% fans, 50% newcomer.
It was probably like 60% fans, 30% newcomers, 10% bots.
Hater, troll, idiots sitting there. And, you know, thanks to those who were there to legitimately enjoy the game. And you know, in general, it's a little bit tougher to focus on a game when you have that going on. Just being honest, the troll element, you know, you got to...
Even if it was troll element, doesn't he always say that he's going to fucking... Doesn't he always say that he's just going to ignore the trolls, ignore the haters, ignore the trolls? Like, how hard is it to just, like, play the game like you're normally playing it and just ignore any trolls?
I try to control the stream. At one point, I was moderating myself, and then finally a moderator came in to help, which was really nice. Thank you to that moderator. You know who you are. You know, it is what it is. It's par for the course around here. But here's what I observed, okay? In general, it doesn't seem like there's much interest in this game. I'm going to be honest with all of you, all right? This was a troll element tonight. The reason that we had those viewers was because there were trolls coming in to see if someone would support this game, which did not happen, all right? Here's what happened. I got 2 super chats, and it took all night for that, by the way. I got 1 new member, and I got 2 tips. Lowest, I'm not kidding, lowest support night.
Well, even if he was right, like, did you really expect the trolls to tip you? Like, obviously, if it was, like, suppose he's right, and it was all trolls in his chat, or the majority were trolls, it would then make sense that he didn't get very many tips, because they're not gonna fucking tip you. So, shouldn't you be mad at your fucking dents and your actual fans for not stepping up then? Because your fans, supposedly all your fans were the ones that were excited for this game and wanting this game. So if you were doing your actual job and entertaining your actual fans, then wouldn't they have reciprocated and actually given you tips more than fucking $10? Which he already said he had troll tips, and he never counts troll tips, right? He doesn't count tips from trolls. He doesn't add that to his actual tip total. So he probably had more than $10 anyway.
This year, up to now, literally the lowest amount of support I got in 2023 for any stream. Now, could it have just been a night of bad luck? Yeah, it might have been.
Sounds more like
what
it.
I'm getting the vibe is that there's people who like me as a variety streamer. However, this doesn't necessarily mean that the content that I'm putting out, because it's samey content, like a lot of Street Fighter 6, that is bad. What it means is that you get people who essentially don't have anything to talk about, so they get bored, and now they want me to change it up so now they can complain. So, for example, if I'm playing Street Fighter 6, generally, support's decent. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's decent. Usually the gameplay's good, the streams have a good vibe to them, and Street Fighter 6 is good. Do I rage? Of course. That's par for the course.
And that's why he plays Street Fighter 6 so much. Because he has certain dents that like certain games. So you got Jax Raxer, God, I don't know all the different names of all these fucking idiots. But you got certain dents that like certain games. So certain dents, seems a lot of dents, like to see him play Street Fighter 6. And he gets more money in Street Fighter 6 than any other game, so obviously he's playing Street Fighter 6 like crazy, because he's going to keep playing Street Fighter 6 like crazy until the support for that game dries up, or until he gets too fucking salty at it, because he's not very good at the game. And he's constantly saying, I am a pro player, I'm not a pro player. Like, which one fucking is it, Phil? Right? But the problem here is he's oversaturating. He claims all the time that he's a variety streamer, but he's really not. Not anymore. He's oversaturating his content, his channel, with Street Fighter 6 shit. Hold on one second. Alright, sorry about that. He's oversaturating his content, his channel, with Street Fighter 6 shit. So, it's his... Alright, so, like, yeah, we get some salt with Street Fighter 6, and that's kind of nice, I guess. And obviously his dents really love it, and he likes it because he can, like, pretend he's good at it. Like, to his fucking dumbass dents, it actually kind of looks like he's decent at it, when he's really not, obviously, but it looks like it to people who are less initiated or whatever. But, like, for the most part, I would think that his fans are getting tired of him only playing Street Fighter 6. And he was playing every game he plays, he makes look terrible. Because all he does is shit on every fucking game he plays except for Street Fighter 6 nowadays, right? So he was shitting on Diablo 4 like crazy. He was really shitting on Zelda like fucking crazy, right? That's all well, good, and known. And he's finally done with both of those games. So now he has this new game. And his whole channel is geared towards new game playthroughs, right? So even if the game is a month old, it's still new for him to play. So it makes sense a lot of his fans are going to come out to witness him playing a new game for the first time. This would be his, like, first video on making Amnesia or whatever. So people are obviously going to be curious about it and want to watch it because they're starved for new content. They're so fucking bored with Street Fighter 6 and him bitching about fucking Zelda all the time. So yeah, it makes sense that a lot of his fans would actually come out to fucking witness Zelda and all this shit. But he's over here thinking that, oh no, it was all fucking detractors. No detractor was watching you raw watch it. Because detractors, again, don't want to give you views. They don't want to help your channel out. So why would they fucking send someone to your channel? It makes no fucking sense, Phil.
But what's happened is, in the last month and a half that I played Street Fighter 6 a lot, the trolls don't have anything to do anymore. Because what are they going to talk about? Street Fighter 6 all day? Even they get bored.
Yeah, they do play Street Fighter 6 all day. Or they do watch you play Street Fighter 6 all day. What are you talking about? Phil, there's like 3 or 4 different detractor channels that just have montages of you being salty as a fuck little bitch on Street Fighter 6. So, like, do you even know what you're talking about anymore? Like, they love, like, a lot of detractors that I watch love watching you play Street Fighter 6 because you suck at it so bad. Because you bitch and cry about it so fucking bad. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. They do make a lot of detractor content around Street Fighter 6.
They're idiots. They don't even understand competitive fighting games, so they have nothing to say.
Oh, they know.
So literally, they sit around.
What? Evil AJ beat you so many fucking times? What was Goji Tanks beat you so many goddamn times? Like, we understand competitive fighting games, Phil. It's not some massive mystery that no one could fucking figure out, that only the chosen people fucking know about. Like, no, they fucking know Street Fighter 6, and most of them could kick your ass in it. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about there.
But every time I'm playing Street Fighter 6 with nothing to do. So they have been actually trying to get me to play other games because they want me to play another game that then they could have a night like tonight where it's a horror game. Oh, let's disrupt his stream. Let's get trolls in the chat. Let's get troll tips going his way so that he'll be distracted, right? So he can't enjoy the game. And then at the end of the night, let's actually say, oh, look, he had a horrible night with no support, right? This is literally exactly what they've been wanting all along. By the way.
So you're saying trolls have the power to prevent your fans from donating money to you? Is that what you're saying? You're giving us a hell of a lot of power if that is the case. So I guess trolls are, oh, no, trolls have no influence on my streams. I guess we have a shitload of influence on his streams if all of us supposedly were there and prevented you from getting any sort of tips whatsoever. I think you should be more upset at your actual fans than us, Phil, because we weren't fucking there. And maybe a few people were troll tipping, but no one sent people. Why would people? Again, this makes no sense. What, like, and if people were talking in the stream chat, they would have had to have subbed over 24 hours beforehand. So
I'm not saying that everyone who wanted to see me play Amnesia the Bunker is a troll. I'm not
that's
saying
what
that
you're
at all.
fucking saying.
What I'm
Phil.
saying is you can tell the vibe from a certain kind of stream. So I went from, oh, this is cool, there's hype for a horror game tonight, to, wow, literally the hype was fake all along. Yeah, there's some people who wanted it, but actually more than half the viewing audience tonight is a bunch of trolls who are just sitting around.
Where's your proof? How do you know that, Phil? Huh? I mean, honestly, I could care less what fucking game you play. Wait, I take that back. There are certain games I like a lot that I really don't fucking want to see you play. But other than those certain games, like, you stay the fuck away from Legend of Hero games. I don't want to see you play any of the Trails games, okay? You fucking stay away from all those fucking games. Alright? But other than those, like, I don't really give a shit what game you fucking play or don't play. Keep playing the game and bitch about it. Quit the game. I really don't give a shit. I think that's the general consensus with a lot of fans, or detractors, I mean. Or fans of detractors, whatever. Like, we don't give a shit what game you play. We really don't. Keep playing Street Fighter 6. Don't. I'm just saying, personally, I'm getting a little burnt out on Street Fighter 6 content from him, or watching him play Street Fighter 6 all the fucking time. It would be nice to see some variety from the supposed variety streamer, but that's just me. Like, I don't really care either way. So, like, but they're not, like, again, if they were trolls, they would have had to have subscribed to your account in the past. So they would have had active sock accounts. And I can't speak for a lot of detractors here, but I don't have any sock accounts. Like, you know?
To not support but be insulting jerks, right? And I feel like there's little to no real demand for this game. I'm just being honest. You can
so
disagree
drop
with me,
it
and I would love to hear you.
And throughout the whole shot, like, the night he first played this game, there wasn't that many restreamers actually restreaming him anyway. You had Dark Dave Mears, you had Raw Phil, and then you had Chill Murray, and I think one other person was watching him. Maybe it was Detractorism or Detractor Dave or whatever, I think. Maybe. But that was it. There was not a whole lot of people restreaming him at all. None of the, no offense, but none of the really big restreamers were restreaming him at all. It was just kind of meh. No one gave a shit in the Detractorverse that day. Right? Oh, I forgot what else I was going to say. Oh, yeah. No, so I was watching him play it. I was watching, I think it was on Chill Murray's. And I was watching him play it. And he was miserable and bitching and complaining the whole way around. Oh, the flashlight doesn't work. It just, he wasn't enjoying himself, and it looked like he was gonna wage quit it anyway. Even if we ignore the whole chat element and all that bullshit, right? It just, by watching his actual gameplay, it looked like he wasn't enjoying himself, and he was probably gonna quit the game no matter what anyway, even if, but he's coming up with all the, so, like, just quit it then. If you don't like the game, just quit it. Stop trying to find, I've said this so many times, stop trying to find these stupid little fucking excuses you constantly make. You're constantly making these fucking little ass excuses for yourself for why you can quit a game. Just fucking quit the game already. Who cares? Just say, hey guys, I don't like this game. I'm gonna quit it. Okay? Bye. That's all you fucking have to do. But he's making all these fucking
on the
excuses.
subject, if you were there live or not, you know.
I was there live,
interesting
Phil.
that even
Just
though
not on your
attendance was
stream.
up, the chat was quite silent. There was a lot of trolling in the chat that moderators had to take care of. I was getting troll tips all night, and it was the lowest support night of 2026.
Did you hear that? Oh, we gotta go back for that.
Was up. The chat was quite silent. There was a lot of trolling in the chat that moderators had to take care of. I was getting troll tips all night, and it was the lowest support night of 2026.
I was getting troll tips all night, but it was the lowest supported stream of 2023. I want you to really think about that. So obviously it was a lot more than $10 fucking in total fucking tips if you're getting troll tips all night. Now, I would argue most detractors do not condone giving Phil money. I think it's a very small minority of trolls or detractors that actually give him money that would be willing to tip him, to insult him or troll tip him or whatever the fuck. Because the majority of us, I would argue, don't condone that. They don't, like, why bother giving your hard-earned money to this fucker? Even if you are trolling him, there are other ways you can troll him. There are other ways you can control him without giving him money. Do not waste your money for him, even if it is just for a troll, right? And I would argue the majority of people actually agree with that. However, he's a fucking moron. Like, so, which one is it, Phil? Was it the least supported stream of 2023? Or did you get a whole bunch of troll tips? Because we all know you don't fucking actually... He doesn't actually count troll tips. He doesn't actually count troll tips towards the tips total. But you can guarantee he's not going to give the troll tip money back. So the trolls that did tip, that didn't have their tips read, are probably going to do chargebacks for those tips. So why not at least count it then, since you're going to be like on the line for them anyway, right, Phil? So obviously it wasn't the least supported stream of 2023 if you're getting a whole bunch of them, right?
Excuse me, 2023, the whole year, the slowest night of the year. Don't you think if there were over 400 legitimate viewers that maybe a few of them would have wanted to support this playthrough that they've been asking for so much recently? And now I get it, you know, this is exactly what it is. These idiots wanted me to play this game because they can't do anything when I play Street Fighter because that gets supported and there's good game.
Oh, they can do a lot. Wait, what?
Idiots wanted me to play this game because they can't do anything when I play Street Fighter because that gets supported and there's good gameplay and they can't say shit.
Are you fucking serious? Did he really say that? Phil. Oh, Perry's on. Nice.
Snacks or down deduction. Then you realize if your body... Lucky fucking bullshit.
So this is good gameplay, huh, Phil? Gee, what I'm seeing is a lot of humiliation rage mega assault compilations of you sucking at Street Fighter 6, Phil. Gets ruined by totally disrespect for Ryu. Okay, is coping in Master Rank Luke while cries broken in Street Fighter 6. That's yours, that's yours, that's yours. Snort Hogan. I don't know who the fuck... Oh, that's low tier god. Raw Phil, DSP tries a memology. Back with 60 blames per second salt everywhere. Phil, they have a lot to talk about and a lot of content that they make from you on Street Fighter 6. So I don't know what the fuck this delusional cope bullshit from you actually is. But holy shit, Phil. You're not some fucking Street Fighter 6 god, and every time you get beat by anyone, you rage and complain and throw out a million fucking excuses like usual, and they clip every fucking one of those and put them in compilations. So yes, we actually have a lot of content that people make on you in Street Fighter 6. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It really does not matter what game you play. You could literally be sitting there picking your ears and head and your hair. Sorry. And your skin for 2 hours, and we'll make content on that. Because that's the thing. We can make content on anything because you're fucking insane. So every stupid little fucking content you put out, regardless of the game, we can make content on. You do understand that, right? That's something you can't do. But we can do that, Phil. We can make content no matter what fucking game you play. Even if you're not playing a game, we can still make content on that. We're going to make content on you regardless of what fucking game. Even if he was just playing Street Fighter 6 24/7 all the fucking time, we would still make content on that. Because guess what? We already are making content on that. You're just so fucking delusional, and you are so up your own ass, you really do think you're like a professional, actual Street Fighter 6 player when you're not. Sorry.
So they want me to play something different, so now they can act like, oh, look at this. You know, well, I'll be honest, I think what's happened is there really isn't much demand for the bunker, just being honest here.
I mean, I could have fucking told you that, because like I said before, like 1 or 2 of his fans will actually ask him to play a game, and then he'll spin it in a way where it's like, oh, well, a bunch of people were asking me to play the bunker, right? No, it was just like 1 or 2 fucking people, honestly, but he'll spin it in a way that it's like, oh, a bunch of people, like a bunch of people this or this, because like apparently 1 or 2 people fucking equals a bunch now in his mind. Like, the majority of detractors don't give 2 shits what games you are or aren't playing, because we're gonna make content on you regardless, no matter what. So what difference does it fucking make, Phil?
Not to say that I don't like the game. I thought I liked it fine, but I think that there really was no demand for it, or very little demand for it. It was basically trolls pissed off. They wanted something to make fun of, or a different kind of stream that they could take advantage of. Because it's a month old, and quite frankly, it's in the same vein as the other Amnesia games. It literally is. It plays like the other Amnesias. It's nothing different. It's just a different location and plot, but it is just another Amnesia game.
What did you expect it to be?
You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. If you like the Amnesia formula,
like what kind of game do you really expect it to be, though?
It's not, oh my god, this one's so much different than the others because of this amazing improvement or this. Not really. It feels like another Amnesia game. I'm sure that it'll be interesting as we get further in or whatever, but yeah, like, I actually, now I'm starting to believe that it was bullshit all along. That yes, there was a few people who wanted horror, but it wasn't the majority of my viewers. That if I'd done
so never play a horror game again? Like what?
Other thing, and this is what I was saying to people at the end of my stream tonight. This game didn't need to be
we
played.
don't
There's many
care.
things we could have gone back to Elden Ring. Elden Ring was doing very well when I was doing my return to.
So go ahead and do it then. We're like, detractors are gonna make fun of you and make content of you no matter what game you play. And by this point in the game of life, whatever, by this point in your 15-year content creating fucking legacy bullshit, you should realize that. So play whatever the fuck game you want to play. We really do not care. Because to us, it does not matter which game you play. We're still gonna make fun of you. We're still gonna put content of you. You're not that great in Street Fighter 6. We are making content of you in Street Fighter 6. So what fucking difference does it make, Phil?
The Elden Ring playthrough, their attendance and the support was good on those streams, and that's been on hold for 2 months. We could go back to Elden Ring,
yeah,
right?
somehow
Or
apparently we have the power to stop Dents from tipping you. I wish we knew we had this power a long time ago, honestly. We would have been fucking using it from the day one.
So limited in games to be played that we have to play
hey guys, let's all go to fucking DSP's stream and prevent his fucking Dents from tipping somehow.
I hate to say it.
By being there?
I feel like I kind of got duped. I feel like I was listening to mostly the wrong people. Although, again, I know there are legit fans who were looking for this. Some of them were here tonight. Thanks to anyone who was here tonight. It was a positive influence and or did
so how do you like that when you're an actual DSP fan and you actually wanted to see this game and you're just being treated just like another troll? Like, you're ignored and treated like a fucking troll because you wanted to see this actual game. When actual detractors don't give 2 shits what actual game he fucking plays or not. But, like, if you're an actual fan of his and actually wanted to see him fucking play a game, you just treat it like a fucking troll.
The stream of, I'm not even kidding, 5 people who did. There were 5 people who contributed tonight. But
You
outside
just said you had a bunch of troll tips,
of
dummy.
that, I know for a fact it was a bunch of bullshit. These people trying to derail
You just
stuff
said you had a bunch of
and get
troll
it to the point
fucking
where they
tips.
can make fun of it again. And they, you know, they feel
Well,
like they
it's more than
succeeded
these
tonight,
five
which is funny
people.
because I didn't read any troll messages from these idiots. I just ignored
So
them.
you're gonna get chargebacks then from it.
But yeah, you know, it's disheartening when I felt like there was going to be momentum, there was going to be hype for this. People were excited, and I played it. I'm like, where is everyone? Half of my audience is trolls, and it's the slowest supported stream of the year. Like, what is going on here, right? So here's the deal. I've actually heard the bunker's short. I've heard it's about a 6 to 8 hour game, tops. Like, even if you suck at it and you die a ton, it's still around 6 to 8 hours. So, I don't know. What I would like is feedback. Here's what I would like you to do. If you could leave comments on the Amnesia videos
Sorry, I'm hungry, so
or
I'm
on this
eating
video.
pretzel chips
And
right
I'll
now.
talk to people about it tomorrow on the podcast as well. Is this a game we want to continue with? Or is it a one and done where you know what it is? Okay, it's the same as the other Amnesias. Meh, go and do something else that's more interesting. I want to play what people find interesting. When I have a night that's more than half trolls and the slowest stream of the year, that's your way of telling me you didn't find it very interesting. Okay? So, let me know what else you...
Or they didn't find you very entertaining. You should take that as a tip or a hint. That maybe you're just not that entertaining with that. Or whatever you're fucking doing. Because he's not entertaining at all. For any of his fucking games. So he should see that, like, gradual decline of tips over time equals to him, like, losing fans and not being as entertaining as he was. If he ever was.
You would want then. And I'm open to listening to your feedback. If you want me to not play this again and do something different on Monday night, I will do that. All right? But I need that feedback to know exactly what it is you guys want. Because I do feel like I've kind of been duped right now. All right? So please give me your feedback. Let me know.
I got the drip going. I got the drip going. I got the drip going. I got the drip
Well, it only
going.
took 40 minutes to get
I got
through an
the drip
8-minute
going.
clip,
I got
so
the
that's
drip
good.
going. I got the drip
It's
going.
like a faucet that's dripping.
Fuck.
You can't make it stop.
So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is, it's dumb kids.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort,
Code drip.
snort, snort.
I got the drip going.
Now I want to talk about last night's stream. And this is really where I need feedback from you guys because as a streamer and as a content creator, I really rely on the feedback.
What is this outfit he's doing? What is going on here, Phil? You know what he looks like? He looks like, what was the name of that show? You know that one show where it's like he was a spy, the guy was a spy, and he got like outcast or something from being a spy or whatever, and Bruce Campbell was in it as his like buddy, and he always wore fucking like button up Hawaiian shirts with sunglasses because it was like taking place in fucking Florida or something like that. And he was like excommunicated as a spy and like left there with no resources or whatever. That's what he looks like. He looks like an aging Bruce Campbell with a fucking Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses. But like obviously he even looks older than Bruce Campbell and doesn't look nearly as fucking cool as Bruce Campbell because fucking it's Bruce Campbell. But that's what he reminds me of.
My audience to figure out what it is I should be doing, how I should be going about it, right? And you know what's meaningful to us and our time. And I've been asking you guys for a month, what do you want to see? And people said, do something new, do a different kind of game. Too many RPGs, too much Street Fighter, do something different. Okay, fine, I will, right? I'll do something different. So that's why we played Amnesia last night. Here's what I observed, all right? We start up with the game, and we got the usual attendance, I would say between like 200-300 viewers, which is great, right? It's about the usual that we would get. Not anyone seems too crazy, although at the same time, there are some people who were excited and wanted to see, you know, what the game was going to be or whatever, all right? And basically, in the first hour, all right, we went from regulars. You know, people here who are regular, people like Jade, you know, I think Arkham was here last night.
So you see, I also want to bring up, like, how scared he is of actually, like, getting new fans in. Because this has happened before. Like, that one time when someone view-botted him, and he originally thought it was actually like a bunch of new. He thought someone raided him, right? So he thought someone raided his chat with actual people watching, but it turned out to be bots. And he got so fucking scared that there were new eyes on him. He always does this. He wants to keep his community this fucking small. He doesn't actually want growth for his YouTube channel or anything like that. He wants to keep the community very fucking small. So he doesn't want actual growth. So he gets nervous when there's more than normal numbers on any stream. And then he comes up with reasons for it. So it must be the trolls. It must be bots or something, right? Although the one time it was. But he will get so fucking nervous when he has like new eyes on him. Or he perceives it to be new eyes on him. Because news for you, trolls did not send people to go raid your ass. They're not going to give you the views like that.
Some moderators were here last night. Regulars were commenting on the game. DC even came in and did a haiku about the game and everything. You know, I'm like, this is cool.
Oh,
we got our
gosh,
regulars
yeah,
here
haiku.
to enjoy the game and talk about it and see what they like, right? And as this is going on, what becomes apparent is it's going to probably be a slow night, right? Because what I mean by slow is contributions, all right? I think in the first...
I'm sorry, hold on. Oh, lordy. So you know how every time he fucking says, oh, it was a slow night, it was a slow night?
As this is going on, what becomes apparent is it's going to probably be a slow night.
Oh, it's a slow night, it's a slow night.
Right? Because what I mean by slow is contributions.
Contributions.
That was it. A single $4 tip or something like that.
I need that money! Money now. Me needing a lot now. Fucking really, Phil?
Now here's the thing. It's not the end of the world.
Contribution.
It's not. But what happens is, when this happens, the trollish idiots out there now want to try to create a narrative. All right? And their narrative...
It sounds more like you're the one creating the narrative here, Phil, not us. We just point and laugh at the idiot while he fumbles and copes like a madman.
That they're determined to cause, because they're watching this on restreams, by the way.
After the fact, we're watching this clipped, and after the fact, but during the actual time when you were playing it, only 2 other people were restreaming, not counting Dark Dave Mirrors and Raw Phil. Only 2. No one gave 2 shits about this game. We really didn't.
Let's make it that Phil had an awful night and had a breakdown, which didn't ever
I love how he's like giving us way more power.
But they're trying their best to create this narrative.
He's giving us way more power than we actually have, so I do
appreciate fucking people from
that.
the restreams, and my viewership goes from around 250 viewers to over 400 within like 5 minutes. Gee, I wonder where the people came from. I'm sure all of a sudden discoverability on YouTube skyrocketed, and this is where the 200 fucking trolls came from, right? You know, just, yeah, right.
Probably more than anything, one of your fans view-botted your ass. That would be my guess.
Okay? And what ended up happening was the chat immediately went from people engaged and interested in the game to people just sitting there shitting, oh, this is boring, what is this, you know, how could Phil play this, it's another walking simulator, look, there's nothing going on, the game is too dark, and then it went, oh, look, why is no one contributing, people need to support, people need, you know, everything that I tell you guys not to do. I outright told you, listen, the game's not that good, fine, but don't sit there and be overly negative for people who are enjoying it. If a stream is slow, fine, but it's not your place to talk about it. It's mine. I'm the one operating the business, not you. It's none of your business to even say anything about that.
So, this dumbass forgot he has a 24-hour sub mode on. So if a detractor actually raided him, and all those trolls came onto his fucking stream, they wouldn't have been able to talk in his chat. Because they would have needed to fucking have been subbed to him for 24 hours. Now, I know some detractors have subs on standby or whatever. I don't. I don't know how many people actually do or not, but I don't think that many trolls actually have, like, a bunch of different subs already subscribed to him. This seems like a waste to me. I don't fucking know. Like, well, whatever, right? So, like, no, like, if someone had actually raided him, each one of those fucking trolls would have had to have a sock on standby in order to get in there. And at the same time, like I said, I was watching one of the two restreamers doing it, and no one fucking said anything like that. Because we don't care. You know? We just don't fucking care. These were your actual fans saying this. Or newcomers saying, no, because it couldn't have been a newcomer. It couldn't have been trolls. It couldn't have been newcomers. These were people who watch your shit because they were already subscribed to you for over 24 hours. So, and it couldn't have been bots, because if it was bots, they wouldn't have been able to talk, because again, your 24-hour bullshit. It keeps coming back to the 24-hour thing. So unless it was a bunch of trolls that had sock accounts that all randomly, for whatever reason, decided to go over there with no prompting from anyone, because again, no restreamer actually sent anyone over there. So unless a bunch of trolls with no prompts and no, like, corroboration with anyone else randomly all decide at the same time to go over there at the same time with their sock accounts and start talking in your chat, which is very highly unlikely, then it was actually people that were actually already subbed to you, and you're just shitting on them and treating them like a troll. So how do they feel when they're supposedly a fan of yours and you're just treating them like everyday fucking troll?
I'm the one who, if I say, hey guys, could you maybe do some contributions tonight? Could you like the stream? That's on me if I feel like saying that, not you. When you do that, you derail the stream, and essentially you're taking that kind of power into your hands that you shouldn't have, and you're annoying people who are just there to have a good time. People don't want to be advertised to every moment of every stream. But again, what these people do is they want to create their own narrative. So if we sit in Phil's chat and we say the game sucks and no one's contributing, it'll make the stream look toxic and negative for everyone there, and therefore people will not have a good time.
Oh, Phil, you do not need any help making your streams look toxic and negative. You do that all on your own without us being there.
And this is what they tried to do. And I didn't tell you guys this at the time, okay? Because I didn't want to derail the stream.
So, kind of sounds like you're making shit up then, doesn't it, Phil?
But there were people contributing. Trolls. And they were doing like dollar tips and saying absolutely disgusting things. Things I wouldn't even repeat, okay? Because they were trying.
And you have proof of this then, huh? Where is the proof? You're not even willing to repeat it. You didn't show any of it. You didn't include it in the tips total. This sounds like massive fucking cope and some kind of like conspiracy thing over here. You're the one spinning a narrative, trying to spin it, and all for the excuse to what? Drop a fucking game? Like literally just fucking tell them, hey, I don't want to fucking play the game, and drop it. How hard is that?
Trying to get my attention and piss me off during the stream. If you didn't notice, it didn't work. I still was enjoying the game.
You clearly didn't ignore them, though, because you fucking keep talking about it.
I still was having a great time with you guys regardless, okay? But by the end of the night, this is not me exaggerating. This is me being very matter-of-fact. This is not a complaint. This is a factual report. We had 3 tips.
You can still complain about something being factual.
2 super chats totaling less than $10, and we had 1 membership. And that was it.
So how much was the troll tip total then, huh? How much in troll tips totally did you get?
For a premiere stream of a game that supposedly people had wanted to see for a month. And I...
Oh, goodness. Fill up.
Finally got around to it because people have been asking for it, saying, we want variety. This is what we want. How on earth did this stream perform so poorly?
How on earth did the stream perform so poorly? You were not entertaining, and they didn't like what they saw because you were boring as fuck and not entertaining. That's how it performed so poorly, Phil. Because of that.
Poorly. And so I sat down, I thought about it, and I was
that's a mistake.
Exactly
we don't want you thinking, Phil.
It really wasn't what people are saying. If you take a look at the things that are doing well right now, what's doing the absolute best on all of my streams? Street Fighter 6. Duh. Right? It's a reinvigoration of competitive fighting games for me. It's the first time I've taken a fighting game seriously in over a decade.
Seriously,
I'm actually
okay.
improving and doing better at it, and people are enjoying it. Now we're even doing more variety of content. We're doing, you know, the World Tour mode. We're doing community nights. It's actually branching out to be even more than just me playing the game online randomly against randoms. It's different, you know? And that's a good thing, right?
How is it any different?
But, excuse me, I agree with people that you don't just want to play Street Fighter entirely. I don't want to do 2 months of just Street Fighter.
I
That's gonna
agree
piss
with
people
that.
off. Now, the good news is, coming in September, we've got a ridiculous amount of new releases. We recently just went through the gaming schedule. It's actually my pinned video here, like my featured video on DSPGaming. Once September hits, we're going to have non-stop stuff to do. That's all variety. So you don't have to worry about, oh no, the rest of the year is just going to be Street Fighter 6. That's ridiculous. Just right now, that's the thing going on. There really aren't any major high-profile games coming out.
How many games has he skipped this year and last year that he could actually play now? But if he missed a game and he skipped it, he never actually goes back to it. So it's like, there are so many fucking games that he skipped the beginning of this year, the end of last year, that he could fucking play now, and he
What
won't.
game was out this month? Exo, Primal, and
He has to play new games. He will refuse to play any game that came out like months and months ago or last year.
Pikmin 4. Woohoo! Right? Like, really get excited for those. I mean, not say that they're bad games, but no one's going to go crazy. Exo Primal is literally a team-based shooter.
So why did
that
you think
grind
people are going to
online.
go
There's
crazy
nothing special
for
to write
fucking
home about.
Amnesia
Pikmin
then?
4 is a cutesy puzzle game
Because
from
one person
Nintendo,
has
and we all know how
you to play
Nintendo
it.
games go on my channels.
Nintendo games go on your channel like that because you shit on Nintendo games for like 10 fucking years. So you kind of, so any of your fans that were actually Nintendo fans already fucking left. That's why.
So when I'm looking forward to the things that are going on here, and it's like, you know, what should I play? What shouldn't I play? And I listen to feedback, and everyone's saying we want variety. When I ask, well, what kind of variety? Should I bring back Elden Ring? Should I do this Amnesia game? You know. But
Again,
when I really look at how last night
told
went,
that.
all right, attendance was not great. If you cut out the troll aspect, the 200 trolls that joined, I probably had around 200 to 250 attendees. And the people there were like, nah, it's all right. They weren't like blown away with the game. Some people liked it, some people didn't. It was a mix. But overall, you're telling me that a game that people were asking for a straight month is literally the slowest support stream of the entire year. Not the week, not the month, up until now in 2023. That was the slowest support stream I've had all year.
He is so mad. He's like banging on the fucking table.
That's people outright
This is
saying,
fucking bullshit.
yeah,
I deserve more money than this.
You probably should have done something else. And you're
He's so fucking mad, and he's looking at anyone to blame for this because he can't actually be mad at his fans for this, even though it's the fans' faults, obviously. Because who the fuck else is gonna tip him? Not detractors, except for apparently the bunch of detractor tips that he supposedly got that he didn't count anyway. So obviously he made more than $10 anyway. He's just not gonna. He made more than $10 on tips anyway. But he refuses to add that to the tips total, so it probably wasn't the lowest fucking supported stream anyway. But he's not gonna return that money anyway. He's gonna try to fucking keep that money. And then the people are probably gonna have to fucking charge him back for that. Or charge him back because of that, because he won't return that money anyway, even though he didn't read it out. But he's so fucking mad, and he can't outwardly just be pissed off at his fans for this, so he has to find some excuse. So he's bitching and complaining at us because apparently detractors and trolls have so much fucking power that we can stop his fans from donating to him. If we had this kind of power, I'm pretty sure he would have fucking used this a long fucking time ago. Like when the vest streak was actually happening or something, not because of one fucking Amnesia stream.
listening to the wrong people.
Like, what?
Because it sounds to me like what happened is these are idiotic trolls who just don't like the fact that I'm having a good month or having a, you know, that Street Fighter's going so well, right?
What?
They relish in the fact that I haven't enjoyed the RPGs recently because they feel like they can mine toxicity out of that for their own purposes and their own content.
We can mine toxicity out of anything, Phil, because you're a toxic piece of shit in every single game you play, including Street Fighter 6. So yeah, we make videos on Street Fighter 6. We make videos on any game you're playing because you are an unhinged, emotionally unbalanced, fucking delusional asshole who fucking goes on these wild rants like what you're doing fucking now. And we clip these and we make content on them, Phil. So you don't even have to play a game, and we'll still find content to make on you because you're so unhinged.
But they haven't really been able to do that
You're
much.
so
with Street
fucking
Fighter.
insane.
You know what I'm saying?
We have.
With Street Fighter, I'm genuinely doing good. People are
it doesn't matter if like, oh, he's doing, even if he is like I would argue he's not doing that good. He's average at best. Okay, he's not doing that great. He's not fucking amazing, top tier, super amazing. But even if he was, right? Like, let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say, oh yeah, you're super great at it. You still bitch, moan, and the sorest motherfucking loser as possible in Street Fighter 6 and have a lot of fucking salt. And that is what we take and make content on. So we still are making fucking a lot of content on Street Fighter 6 stuff. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. A lot of detractors like you playing Street Fighter 6 because they can get a lot of salty compilations on it. There's at least 3 or 4 different channels that do that. I'm one of the few people who I'm getting sick of seeing Street Fighter 6. But most detractors actually like it, I would argue. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Seen for the first time, oh my god, Phil actually is pretty decent. Now, I'm no pro player, but wow, Phil does have some skill in Street Fighter, and it's pretty undeniable.
You're definitely not a pro player.
Even a pro player analyzed his gameplay and admitted, yeah, he's pretty good at it. So now our narrative has to change. It can't be Phil sucks at Street Fighter
he didn't say you were that good at it.
New narratives.
He gave you a lot of tips.
And I hate the fact that sometimes, yes, that toxicity from outside the streams
the
does
toxicity
make a factor into it. I'll be honest here. You know, I hate that. I don't want those idiots to be able to control the content here. And, you know, I want to ignore it. I want us to have a positive time no matter what.
So ignore it, because you sure as fucking ignoring it now when you're making these long-ass podcasts and pre-streams and daily raps about this bullshit. You're not ignoring it, Phil. Ignore it then.
What I'm playing.
Dumbass.
And I want to tell you, I actually did enjoy Amnesia last night. It's a little bit of a frustrating game. It
didn't seem like you were enjoying it when I was watching you play it.
The enemy is scary, but because you're weak, limited resources, limited inventory space, you can't really run from the thing because you make too much noise and it can follow you. It's more suspenseful and creepy in that way. It's scary in a different way. And that's fine. Like I said, by the end of the night, I died once. I was like, oh man, but you know, it's all right because the game, you know.
I never really got the feel of Amnesia. It never really seemed that scary to me.
Like 4 minutes of gameplay. It's not a big deal. I didn't complain about it at all. I'm like, all right, when
you were complaining about it quite a bit.
Again, you know, we'll start from here. We'll have to redo a little bit, but that's fine, and we'll go from there. So, yeah. So basically, my observation here, all right, is I do feel like I was duped because the entire last month I saw a lot of complaining about us only playing the same kind of game. But then when I actually went out of my way to play a different kind of game based on the feedback of the viewers.
So when you play a new game, they absolutely have to tip you, even though you were saying all this time supposedly tipping was unnecessary. Not unnecessary, tipping is not mandatory. But apparently tipping is fucking mandatory when you are playing a new game. Okay, are you sure about that, Phil? I thought it was not mandatory. And apparently you're over here saying it is. So which one is it?
It was the slowest support stream of the year. That tells me people weren't that interested at all. It's good to have variety on the streams, but if people weren't interested in this game that much, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of feel like there was an over-exaggeration of negativity from people saying, we don't like Street Fighter, to try to get me to stop playing Street Fighter, which I'm doing really good with, and is getting support, and is getting a lot of popularity in my audience. Right now, there's people who are actually...
It's getting a lot of popularity in the Detractor audience, too. They actually like it, you playing that game, dummy.
Watching me play fighting games for the first time in years and enjoying it. I haven't played Street Fighter seriously in over 10 years. And people are coming back for it now, and they're actually liking it. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a good thing. That's a positive thing. Why am I shying away from it? Now, I'm not saying I want to be a dedicated Street Fighter streamer, because, again, this is something that trolls will do. An idiot will come on stream. Phil, you're just going to become just a Street Fighter streamer now? Because all you do is play Street Fighter all day. It's a lie. I've been doing other things, but, you know, they want to, create the narrative so that they have some toxicity.
Something you're definitely doing
in their content that isn't true. So, it's this simple, okay? I'm not going to let what a bunch of fucking idiots say dictate me or my enjoyment of games or my content whatsoever. Because their narrative is that because Phil had the slowest night of the year last night, he's going to wage quit Amnesia the Bunker. Fuck you. I'm going to play what I want. I liked the game last night. It's creepy and scary, and it's going to be
It's not
frustrating,
that scary,
I know, because you
actually.
can't really defend yourself. I like the game. I am going to continue to play Amnesia the Bunker, regardless of the level of
Okay.
support I receive on
Ooh,
the
you
stream.
really
because
got
I
us.
play
You're gonna
games because
play
I
a
like
game
them.
you like.
Not because I'm
Ow,
fucking looking
the
for
horror.
a paycheck, you fucking ingrate
I don't
idiots.
give a
You're
shit.
so dumb. You're such knuckle-dragging morons.
Oh my gosh.
If I was looking to make money, I would have been doing things all along to just make money. You fucking incredible...
Oh, I forgot about this part. I forgot about this part. Oh, yes. What was that, Phil? I gotta put my phone down for this one. Oh, man.
You're so dumb. You're such knuckle-dragging morons.
He is so fucking coping so fucking hard right now, too. I love all the different insults he throws at us. But, like, you got this, Phil, and then you got the, oh, just leave me alone for 1 year. I just need 1 year. If you guys could please leave me alone. I'm not doing anything bad. The whole contrast between that and this. And he's like, oh, like, how dare they call me this or this, but I'll call them a million fucking names under the sun because it's fine when I do that.
If I was looking to make money, I would have been doing things all along to just make money. You fucking incredible, brainless, black hole, empty-headed idiot. I can't believe
I gotta
you say
shake
that
my
narrative.
jowls.
Everything I've ever done has been anti-profit. Have you not noticed? I refuse to follow the YouTube trends to make money. I don't take sponsorships or partnerships when I'm offered them. I didn't take the paycheck from Keemstar. I don't cash in on my haters to make money.
No, you cash in on your fans all the time to make money.
I outright tell my viewers, support me for my content, not to stick it to the haters.
Oh my god, there's so much right there to unpack. It's insane. Where do I even start with this? We all know this is bullshit. We all know what I'm going to say. Do I even need to say it? Oh my fucking god, Phil. Every single thing you did since you first started YouTube is about money. It really is, Phil. The whole, I don't follow YouTube trends, I'm an independent content creator, all that narrative in and of itself is still a ploy to make money. Because you're trying to portray yourself as the underdog. The underdog YouTuber who is crowdfunded, supported, dude, and in a way to get money, to be more relatable to your audience so that they are willing to give you more money. That's a ploy to make money. When he first started YouTube, he could not monetize his gaming videos. So he made a vlogging channel to start making money. These are all these are all different things he does to make money. The whole fucking vest streak to make money. Putting a fucking retarded hat on to make money. Putting stupid sunglasses on to make money. Begging every goddamn day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a stream to make money. Mass uploading 10 to 20 videos a day. Cutting videos as short as possible to make money. Instead of having one live stream up that's 3 or 4 hours long, cutting that up into pieces and then re-uploading that to make money. Abusing the algorithm. Begging your fans for interaction on ads to make money. Phil, every fucking thing you do on YouTube is to make money. I don't give what any fucking asshole says. If you won the lottery today, you would not be streaming as much. You would be streaming once or twice a fucking week. If that. Because it's about the money. And then, when you inevitably blow all that money and waste it all, you would come back crawling back to YouTube to make money. Phil, every fucking thing you do is about money. You do monetize the haters, Phil. When the vest streak was going on, you were saying this vest is a symbol of our standing against the adversity of the haters. This is showing that we are bigger and stronger than the hater. I forget exactly what he fucking said, but it was something like that. Like, this is a symbol of us standing in solidarity against the haters. So that, in and of itself, is a way to monetize the haters. When you were begging for, this is how you don't play submissions from your fans, that is making money off of hater content, or originally hater ideals, whatever. You did not take Keemstar's money because you could not continue to beg your fans and cry broke if you had $50,000 hanging over your head. Because then your fans could be like, Phil, why do you need this money to pay your rent and pay your taxes if Keemstar gave you $50,000? That's why you didn't do that. You admitted before you can't get sponsorships. Oh my gosh. You admitted before you couldn't get any sponsorships because of the trolls. And you would if you could to make money. It's not like you choose not to do sponsorships. You can't get sponsorships because otherwise you probably fucking would. But you would rather sit here and beg the same 5 or 6 fucking people day in and day fucking out to make money. Every fucking thing you do in this life and on YouTube, online, for you is to make money. Phil, I am making these videos as a hobby for entertainment purposes to practice. I'm not getting any money off of these, Phil. I am not monetized. I'm probably never going to get monetized because I'm never going to get enough enough watched hours on my content anyway, Phil. But you know why I'm doing this? Mostly for public speaking practice, so I can get better at improv speaking on the fly instead of trying to think in my head for 5 seconds or more and then speaking. I'm trying to get better at my public speaking skills. And also I'm learning a lot about OBS and streaming stuff and the technology required to do all that. That's why I'm doing this, Phil. And because I feel I have something I could add in terms of detractor content. But I'm not making any fucking money on this, Phil. I'm not making any money on this, but I'm not spending all day, every day, thinking and making content on you either, though. This is taking, what, like a few hours? Like, I would argue 2 or 3 hours a week. Maybe. Depends on how many videos I make a week, but usually I don't make that many videos a week. It's like one big long video a week or two, Phil. So it's not a lot of time dedicated to shitting on you. Oh my god, this idiot. Oh, but I'm a bully. I shouldn't bully you because you're an innocent person and you did nothing wrong and everything right. Everything you fucking do is to make money. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man.
Don't monetize.
Oh, did you see that?
Not to stick it to the hater.
Hold on. I want to slow this down a little bit. There was a subtle fucking thing there. Right there. Did you see that? Am I just like imagining that?
Not to stick it.
Sorry. Is this that's the best quality?
to the haters.
After he says haters, he just like stares at the screen. This eyebrow drops down. This eyebrow drops down. And then he swallows. And it's like, he knows he's fucking lying as shit. Right there.
Don't monetize the hate.
You do. You play into the fucking meme all the time. He's constantly playing into the whole fucking king of hate shit. I don't monetize the hate. What about all the king of hate? Yeah, I'm the king of hate. I'm the king of hate. And all this fucking, oh, you want to see me rage at a game, right? Well, that's going to be really fun. Elden Ring is coming up, and you get to all see me rage at a game. That's monetizing the hate.
Right? I do literally everything to not make money.
And then he has that fucking smile. Look at his face right here. Like,
Not
make money. Okay, it's normal. And then he turns it up into the sly little motherfucking smile there. I know I'm lying my ass off. And then he looks at the camera again and blinks. He's still smiling. You piece of shit.
You would make your narrative that Phil's about the money and he's going to rage quit a game. You are so fucking...
I gotta close my eyes. Hey, you're so fucking stupid. Look at that face.
Stupid. You wanna clip a...
Oh, everyone fucking clipped this segment. I don't know what you're talking about, Phil. It is everywhere, bro. Like, everyone clipped this. Oops.
Section, clip this one, bitches, because this is what you won't. So fucking stupid. You want to clip a section? Clip this one, bitches.
They already did, Phil. So many fucking times they already did.
Because this is what you won't clip, because now you feel fucking stupid.
No, I don't feel stupid. Do you guys feel stupid about this? No, because you're lying your ass off. Why should we believe you when we have this mountain of evidence to prove otherwise? But you're the one over here actually pushing the goalposts and trying to change the narrative over here. Nothing you say can make us feel stupid. Sorry, Phil.
Alright? I'm not quitting Amnesia. The gameplay continues on Monday night.
We don't give a shit if you quit it or not, Phil. We really don't. It doesn't matter to me one bit if you quit it.
As planned. I'm continuing with this goddamn game because I like it.
I gotta continue this game because I gotta prove to the haters that I like this game. So I'm gonna pretend I love this game. Like, we don't give two shits if you play the game or not, Phil. We don't care. I don't give two, like, I don't care. I really don't care. Play whatever the fuck game you want. I wish you would actually play games you actually enjoyed instead of relying on your fans to pick games for you and then blaming your fans when the game doesn't do good. Because that's the case here.
And I know that some of my viewers genuinely like it too. And I'm not all about the profit every fucking moment of my life, you know? Yes, is it going to be concerning if for an entire week I have a week full of slow streams with low support? Yes. Did that happen? No, dumbass. So why the hell would I drop a game? I swear.
He hasn't played Amnesia for a week, so we don't know what kind of slow streams you're gonna get or not. What? Like, he only played Amnesia one night. What are you talking about?
To God, these people, you want to know, here's the absolute best part of all of it. All right? I mean this now. They like...
So he didn't mean anything else before. So he didn't mean when he was saying he does nothing to make money. Okay. I get you. I got you. All that begging to make money. Like, guys, I really need help right now. I need a new tire to make money. Like all this bullshit. Every fucking word he says is to make money. He is the greediest motherfucker I've ever met. I mean, not me. I had never met him, but I've ever seen. Oh, what? Nothing he does is to make. Okay, sure, Phil. Whatever. Keep spinning this underdog narrative that you're constantly fucking trying to spin and play at. I'm just like you guys, even though you're not my friends and you're all beneath me, and I can't even fucking step foot in fucking Walmart because I'm way fucking above that. Those plebs and peasants down there at Walmart, they can get the fuck out because I'm much more civilized and better than that. I am the king of hate. But I never try to monetize the hate. What?
To look at us together and they say, wow, you know, who would support Phil? You've got to be stupid or slow. They make horrible jokes, things that are outside, totally offensive. Like, wow, you.
So we call them wheelchairs and dents, and that's fine. No, that's not fine for him. But he can make these massive leaps in logic and constantly insult every single fucking detractor as mentally ill, knuckle-dragging morons, gorillas. The white coats need to come and take us away. He can make all these massive allegations to a whole group of people, these like horrible insulting fucking insults. And that's okay. But if we do anything like that to his fans, oh, that's where the line is drawn. You do the same shit to us, Phil. And most of us care more about you than your fans. With the exception of Derek. Because honestly, the majority of detractors cared more about Jade than you do. Because we actually felt sorry for Jade because he's been trying to play Street Fighter with you for the longest goddamn time and you was treating him like shit. So we honestly felt worse for Jade than you've ever have. It's Derek that we don't like. And yeah, it's just an inside joke that we just call your fucking fans dense, but like factually they pretty much are on disability for the most part. Phil, or at least a great number of them are. We're more focused on you. And you're constantly grouping us all together and insulting us with every fucking insult under the sun. But, oh, God forbid we do that.
You must ride the small bus if you like Phil's content. You must, you know, just really fucked up stuff. What they don't realize is that they don't look in the mirror and look at themselves and realize only people, you know, who would act the way that they act. Those are the people who have the problems, not the people.
Don't call me out. Don't criticize me for anything bad that I ever say or do. How dare someone act the way they act and criticize me when I'm over here manipulating entire audiences and begging for money and scamming people on a constant basis? You guys should just leave me alone and let me scam people all the time online.
Who genuinely enjoy positive content. That's a normal person.
He's such a
the
fucking
person
cult
who
leader.
doesn't, who's making awful jokes, who's totally always trying to create a toxic narrative.
That's what you're fucking doing right now, though, Phil. You're creating a toxic narrative right now. You're always making these horrible jokes and offensive insults all the time against the detractors. So you're doing every single thing you're blaming the detractors for doing. So look in the mirror. Stop being a fucking hypocrite.
You're the one with the problems. But that they won't look in the mirror at themselves. They refuse to be self-aware of anything going on around them. But then what do they say? Phil's not self-aware. They're the worst case of that on the internet, but they want to pretend like I'm the problem or my viewers, my positive supporter viewers are the problem. No, you're the problem. If you went away, I'd be happy, and so would everyone else on this planet. Literally, if all the toxic shit about me on the internet vanished, the world would be a better place.
I gotta bring that back too, because he's just telling us all to rope ourselves, so that's always good. Fill up. Burnell. Let it be known today, July 17th. Well, actually, this was what, yesterday? But July 17th, 2023 is committing TOS violation by telling a group of his critics that criticize him online for scalping and scamming and abusing his fans and audience. He is telling that group of people to go rope themselves and they would be better off dead and the world would be a better place without us. That is what he's fucking saying right here.
Viewers, my positive supporter viewers are the problem. No, you're the problem. If you went away, I'd be happy, and so would everyone else on this planet. Literally, if all the toxic shit about me on the internet vanished, the world would be a better place. But they don't want to.
Do you hear that? Did this guy just say that, people? My fellow strays here, are we all hearing this correctly? This motherfucker over here saying the world would be a better place, even though pretty much every detractor actually contributes to society, actually has a job, has actual families, people, friends, people that love us, would be a big hole or a big dent, if you will, missing if all of us just randomly disappeared or roped or whatever you want to fucking say. A lot of people would miss us, I would argue. But no, the world would be a better place if no one criticized me, no one called me out for all the toxic bullshit that I do, the fact that I scam a bunch of people. I don't want anyone to hold me accountable for the actions that I do, in the vain attempt to maybe correct some of these issues and for you to stop being a toxic piece of fucking shit. Phil, if every detractor focused on a different LOLcow and left you alone, you would be bankrupt. You would have to bankrupt yourself again. You would lose your house. You would not get nearly as much fucking tips from anyone, except for maybe OIC, and that's about it. And they would struggle paying your bills because you're only relevant on the internet today because of detractors, because of people know about you through detractors. How many times has he's read these bullshit things where it's like, well, I first heard about you through Detractors, Phil, but then I watched your stuff and you seem like a pretty cool fucking dude, so I subscribed. Here, have $20. How many times has he fucking read a letter or email about shit like that in a tip comment? Now, those are probably fake as fuck, but given the amount of times that he's fucking actually read supposedly a fucking donation like that, leads me to think that maybe, just maybe, detractors actually put your name out there, for good or bad, to still spreading awareness of who you fucking are. Because you would be you are a fossil, but you would be fucking nobody. You would be streaming to maybe 20 or 30 people if it wasn't for detractors. Because you're right, Phil. I would argue half the people that do watch your shit probably are trolls. Now, they're not all in your chat talking all the time. I don't think that was true. But I would argue the majority, at least half of your memberships, not memberships, fuck, what's the right word? Half your views, half your subs, whatever, because YouTube subscriptions, are probably trolls that are restreaming you. That's probably half of the shit right there, Phil. Cat would divorce his ass. He wouldn't have any money to pay his bills. He'd probably have to crawl back to Connecticut, live in his parents' fucking home, streaming to maybe he'd be lucky to break $100. $100. 100 fucking views a stream. I would bet. If there's no detractors making fun of him or holding him accountable. That's all it comes down to. He doesn't want people criticizing him. He doesn't want people saying, oh my god, do you see what Phil did? Here is a clip of him berating his audience. Here's a clip of him begging his audience on an unrecorded beg segment that he likes to leave out all the time. He loves leaving these out. Because he begs all the time in between recorded segments and loves to pretend those don't exist. When we clip every fucking one of those and show the world and the internet that he is still begging the same piece of shit he always fucking will be and always was. We all know that we bring attention to him. For good or bad, people know of him because of us. And if we were to go back in time and have no detractors whatsoever ever talk about him, he would not be making videos on YouTube today. He wouldn't. He would have had to have gone and got a real actual fucking job if way fucking back in what was it, like 2012, 2013, there were no detractors around and he just did whatever the fuck he wanted. He would have like a very small handful of fans and he would not have been able to make a living on YouTube still to this day. He just wouldn't. And half of his fans, I would argue, are only there to stick it to the trolls. Because they feed into this narrative. Phil always has to have an enemy. He loves to spin things in a way where it's like, it's us versus them. It's you and my fan, and it's all of you as my fans against this massive, faceless horde of enemies that are trying to stop us and pull us apart. And we need to band together and give me money to prove the trolls wrong. He needs an enemy. It does not work without him having some kind of enemy to fight against. He'll find someone else to fight against. Because he needs an adversary to rile and corral his dumbass fans together. He really fucking does.
I admit that. Again, they don't want to look inward. They can't. Because the moment they look inward and they realize they're the biggest hypocrites, their minds would explode.
Oh yes, the cognitive dissonance would be too much for me. Phil, I've done a lot of internal reflection in my past or whatever. I meditate quite a bit. I'm well aware of who I am. I'm not the best person. I don't pretend to be the nicest, most unflawed human being. We all have flaws. That's the whole point of us, right? Like, we all have, like, some have a lot more flaws than others. Some have a lot of demons in our closet, if you want to call it, skeletons in our closet, whatever. I know who I am, Phil, but you clearly do not know who you are yet. And maybe one day you'll figure it out. But you've been looking in a mirror for so long, and we're showing that mirror back at you. We're the ones holding the mirror up. Us as detractors are holding the mirror up and trying to show you who you really are. And you're like, they take me out of context. That isn't me. That was just me on a bad day. Like, it's like you're denying your own reflection. That's who you are, Phil.
It's ridiculous how nasty they are and can't realize it. And then they literally try to project their shortcomings onto others as if they're the ones with the problems.
What? I'm not a scammer, Phil. I don't scam people for money. I don't abuse my fans. I mean, I would arguably say I don't have fans. But even if I did have fans, I wouldn't abuse them, Phil. I don't hate my parents, and I'm not waiting for my parents to die to get their inheritance money. I don't have a wife that doesn't love me at home, who I can blame everything on. It's my wife in the back, as I jerk my thumb up behind me. And she just burnt the meatballs, dude. It's bullshit. What are you talking about, Phil? The things I accuse you of doing aren't things that I do, Phil. I don't... Okay, well, I will admit to one thing. I do have a bit of a spending addiction. I will say that. But it's nowhere near as bad as yours. I don't gamble. I don't. Well, I do play a little bit of Genshin Impact, but I haven't really been buying any of the characters lately. I mean, I have some of the earlier characters, but I haven't really been keeping up with it as much lately as I have been in the past. So yeah, so I don't really have a gambling addiction or anything. Um, yeah, every once in a while, like once I make sure all my bills are paid first, and then if I have anything left over, I might use that instead of saving like I should be doing. I might buy a manga or DVD or something here and there, video game here and there, right? So yeah, I mean, I have some spending issues I need to work on. I get that, but it's nowhere near like you and your massive gambling addiction. I've never spent thousands of dollars on any game before, Phil. Have you? Oh yeah, we all know you have. I don't scam people. I don't cry broke all the time. I don't abuse my fans or my friends. I don't take advantage of my friends. I don't shit on my parents behind their backs. I'm not waiting for my parents to die to earn their inheritance. I actually love my parents. Yeah. So, all the things I criticize you for, I don't do, Phil. With the exception that I spend maybe a little bit too much here and there, but nowhere near as much as you do. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Not everyone has the same issues in life, Phil. That's not how life works. And you have a hell of a lot more issues than everyone else. And it's fine if you have a lot of issues, but you're the one who chose to make your entire life on YouTube for entertainment. And when you chose to make your entire life online, that's when people can criticize you for it, Phil. Okay? This is almost too long. Yeah. Jesus Christ, this man is just like losing it. He is every day we inch closer and closer to a breakdown. Like, I honestly don't know if we'll even be able to tell if he does have a breakdown anymore, because it all is starting to blend together to be like one massive breakdown that just never stops. Like, I'm pretty sure he's like already in the midst of a midlife crisis at least. Although, considering how he looks now for only 40 years old, it's way past midlife at this point. But I would argue he's having some sort of midlife crisis too, as well as probably already in the midst of a breakdown. But as we can clearly see,
No, you fucking idiots.
Oh, never mind. I guess
what are you
not.
talking about? Right? So, I'm totally okay with having a bad stream last night for support. Is it alarming? Yeah, it is. I was surprised. Honestly, I was like, wow.
I had a bad
I can't
day.
believe it was a low support stream, because people seem to have been asking about this for a while. Maybe it's because it was the wrong people. Maybe it was people who were upset that I was doing so well with Street Fighter that they wanted me to try to do other stuff. And then when I finally played it, they're like, haha, see, fuck you. We weren't going to do anything to support this anyway, right? Who knows? But I'm not here. I'm not a sleuth. I'm not fucking Sherlock Holmes. I'm not Inspector Gadget walking around. I'm not going to try to figure out this shit. I'm just like, you know what?
Inspector Gadget. Go Gadget Pigroach. Go Gadget Corolla. Go Gadget Vest. Go fake Gadget fake engagement ring. Go Gadget hat. Oh Lord. I'm not expecting it. Only the most timely references from this guy, though.
I like the game. It's not rocket science. I'm going to play it again on Monday night. If we get no support again, I guess we get no support again.
Oh, wow. He's really showing us by playing a game. Oh, no. I don't care, Phil. It's nice, honestly, to see you playing a game that's not fucking Street Fighter, in my opinion.
Truth is, the game's not even that long. Everyone says it's like a 6 to 8 hour game. I'm gonna assume it's gonna take me 8 hours. Because as you know, when I play these games, I usually play slower and longer than most. So it's probably gonna be like a 4-stream game for me. It's not a big deal, man.
Oh, go Gadget!
We'll do it. We'll play it. We'll enjoy it. So those who liked it, congrats. We're gonna keep going. If you didn't like it, well, not a big deal, right? Not a big deal. And you know, it's not a super long
Go
game.
Gadget!
We got other stuff
Broken
on the
garbage.
horizon. I would say, yeah, we're probably gonna bring back Elden Ring at some point. And remember, coming up for my anniversary
Go
celebration
Gadget! Stolen
in
car
August,
tire.
we're gonna do retro playthroughs. We're gonna actually very soon. We're gonna
Oh
sit
god,
down.
more of this
And
retro
we're going to start
bullshit.
determining dates for special events. There's going to be one retrospective day where you guys are going to nominate your favorite moments and videos from 15 years of me creating content, and we're going to actually watch a marathon.
You guys are gonna do all the work for my marathon of me doing content for 15 years, guys, because I've never actually made my own content. I always rely on my fans for picking out the content that I'm gonna do.
Of it and react to it. There's going to be a Project 7 event, and then I want to do throwback.
And I
playthroughs.
gotta monetize my old friends over and over and over again for as long as they live.
And it could be some classic games. Like maybe I'll go back and play some of the classic Mega Man and Mario games and stuff like that, just for fun.
Again?
But I want to do playthroughs of games that are
Play a
older
game you
playthroughs
haven't
of mine that I
fucking
never
played
really
before,
formally did a
Tony.
good playthrough of.
There's still tons
my
of
idea
retro
would be
games
like
he
Saints
hasn't
Row 2,
played.
but I'm sure you guys could come up with good ideas too. One of the ideas was Grand Theft Auto 5, a game that I only did one playthrough of ever.
Who
and
the
that was
fuck
only
wants
the
to
first
see
year I
him
become a
play a
streamer.
Grand Theft Auto
So
game?
now maybe going back.
On.
I'm doing a playthrough of that. You know, we'll talk about this. Let's figure this out. Well, exactly what we want to do in the month of August. So no worries. Like, we got good stuff coming up. I'm not worried at all in any way, shape, or form. And then once we hit September, oh my God, we're busy till the
Why
end
is he
of the
saying
year.
over and over again? I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm not
right?
worried.
So
you
I'm
might
good.
be a little
you
worried
know?
there.
I don't care about every once in a while there's a slow stream. It's not a big
Saying
deal.
that.
It's just it is concerning
This
and a
is
little bit
cold, man.
confusing.
Holy
To me, I was
shit.
more confused last night than anything else because it seemed like there was a big
like
majority
you're
of people
mad
saying
about
they
it.
wanted Amnesia, and then half. You know, we had only had around 200 to 250 viewers that were legit. Like I said, the other 200 viewers were obvious trolls.
I love how he has like this
And then
psychic
when it's the slowest
ability to tell
support stream of the
who's
year, I'm
legit
like,
and who's not,
something obviously went amiss. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that kind of made me scratch my head. But now I think I've kind of wrapped my head around what really happened here. You know?
I'm sure
But
you
it's
got
fine.
you got it
It's
100%
okay. It's good
right,
for
Mr.
variety anyway. I would
Detective.
hope. Obviously, I would hope
He's
if
such
you're
a good
someone who
cyber
does
sleuth,
like the game
guys.
and was
He
looking
knows
forward to
everything.
it, maybe you will support the future streams. Now that we saw what happened that first one, if not, I'm not gonna.
Now that you know how pissed off I am at the low amount of money I got for that stream, you guys better fucking support the next playthrough, the next fucking stream I play of the game, motherfuckers. It's mandatory. Tipping is expected and mandatory from now on, fuckers. $5 a month.
Cry. I'm not gonna cry like a little baby and whine about it. It's not.
That's
a big
what
deal.
you-
Other
That's what you fucking have been doing, Bill. You've been doing that for over 20 minutes.
streams are doing good. Street Fighter's doing good. Yesterday, I was shocked at how good the Final Fantasy 16 stream did yesterday. Because we were bored for half the stream, and people were still being very positive and supportive. I was like, thank you. Like, that's so nice
They're
of
good
you.
little
because I know that
brainwashed
we're not having a
drones,
good
aren't
time
they?
half the time. But, you know, amazing. Thank you guys for that, you know? Why on earth am I going to focus on one stupid night stream? As
Good
if that's
question.
some
Why have you
horrible thing
been?
to happen? It isn't, okay? So anyway, thanks. Thanks for those who
you
were positive,
worthless-
and thanks to those who continue to be positive around here. Every time
Thanks, you
that
worthless
these
people,
idiots on
for
the internet
views.
try to say something about me or my viewer base, turn it back on them. Say, how on earth can you say that about us when in reality, if you just look in the mirror, you're a worse case than anything you're saying about us, right?
Yes, just make horrible, just make huge, massive leaps in logic and generalizations of an entire group of people you know absolutely nothing about. Yeah, that makes sense. When we've seen Derek, we've seen Jade, we've seen the villain, we've seen actual fans of his and how they act. I saw Tony Pizzaroni, Mr. Pizzaroni Man Tony. I saw him on the Taking L stream. That is dented behavior. I'm sorry. If he is indicative of your average fan viewer, then yes, I would argue that if that's what most of your fans are like, then yeah, I would argue they all are dense. But I don't know that 100% for true, so I'm not going to make massive sweeping judgments. This is, again, what a cult leader would do.
How on earth could you ever accuse us when you're the worst hypocrites on the planet?
No, we're not, and there's no proof to that. So, this is, again, cult leader mentality. Oh, turn it back. Like, oh no, I'm going to be insulted by a person who knows nothing about the actual situation or us at all. I would argue that, like, hey, maybe his actual fans should actually, like, do a little research before, like, spewing shit out their mouth. We have done research. We know Phil's actual fans. We know who they are and what they're like. At least, not all of them, obviously, but a good majority of them. Just look at Piece of Piece. He knows all these who are sock accounts, who isn't, what they're like. He knows more than anyone about that. So we know what his actual fans are. But they don't know shit about who we are. He doesn't even know shit about who we are, really.
It's just fucked up how messed up they are in the head. And then they try to say that we're the ones who have problems. No, stupid. We're just having fun on a stream. You're the ones who sit there all day obsessing over
No,
it.
I'm saying you have problems. I'm not really going after any dents. If you like him, fine. Go ahead and enjoy watching this idiot. I don't recommend giving him money because it's not going to help the stream at all. But I really don't have an issue if people like him or not. I'm not going to attack someone just for liking someone. But I am going to judge you, though, Phil. Because I don't like you. And I have more than enough evidence to back up my opinion of not liking you. You're a piece of fucking shit, Phil. Sorry, not sorry. You are. So I'm over here criticizing, making fun of, and reacting to you, not your audience.
Over it. You're the one who needs help. You know, like, what the fuck is your problem?
You need way more help than all of us detractors combined. You would still have a longer list of mental illnesses than all of us as detractors combined, Phil. You really do. Like, if this was like 20 or 30 years in the past, he would be in a straitjacket in a padded room somewhere. I'm not even joking. He would be in a straitjacket in a padded cell somewhere, locked up, probably talking to himself, thinking he's streaming a game to himself.
Okay. So anyway,
they got rid of asylums for some reason.
That's my opinion. All right. So now that that's been said, let's now get to the schedule for the rest of the week. So you guys
now that I insulted my critics.
I got the drip going. 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 I got the drip going.
It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.
What's up, everybody? It's DSP, aka.
Is this one I just watched?
In my audience. Right now, there's people actually watching me play fighting games for the first time in years and enjoying it. I haven't played Street Fighter.
Positive words that we watches Detractor content fighter, and my Street Fighter videos are $62.
Yeah, we're not watching that one.
Hello everybody, it's DarksydePhil. I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill. Stupid fucking trolls, man. I just want to chill. I rock back and forth on the X and Y axis. Tip me so I can catch up on back taxes.
Today is a day of mixed content. We got Street Fighter on the first stream, but we've also got Amnesia the Bunker continuing.
It's
on
old man Phil, everyone.
I really liked Amnesia the Bunker the other
Random
day.
audience applause.
Although admittedly, it definitely seemed like the game was troll bait, and what I mean by that is, you know, a lot of trolls showed up and derailed that stream.
No, they didn't.
And definitely made it a less enjoyable experience having that level of annoyance on that stream when I was trying to enjoy a new game with you guys. But in addition, it ended up...
It was a very dedicated trolls to have sock accounts all at the ready for that one stream.
Being the lowest supported stream of 2023. And you know, the trolls definitely jumped on that. Like, they're, oh, he's going to rage quit the game and dumb shit like that. Because they're idiots. Again, their narrative is not reality. Their narrative is the narrative they create and then try to push, and it's never correct. So tonight we jump back into that game. And, you know, I'm hoping I'm going to have some great progress. We kind of know what we need to do now in the communications area. We have a goal set. And hopefully tonight also, you know, we'll get some people who will show up and support the stream. Interestingly enough, I got a bunch of comments on my videos of the playthrough in particular, and also that daily wrap that day. And basically, the feedback I received was thus.
Fucking thus.
The people are liking the playthrough, but, you know, I did it as a night stream. And when I do it as night streams, immediately that kind of eliminates a lot of European viewers, because to them, it's a 7-hour.
1 second, guys. I need to find something here. So I'm going to let him... Well, it's only 3 minutes, so... We're not going to do that yet. Doobie-doo. Gotta find one other video that I forgot about. See? I have to fucking go to his stupid-ass fucking actual... His actual fucking channel in order to find it.
Good evening, everyone.
17 minutes, dude.
Like area. We did that for about 20-25 minutes, and then we ran out of time. To have a big boss fight and a big game, I just don't understand it. I'm also really having a hard time with people saying stuff like this is game of the year. Like, when have you ever sat around bored between... Kidding you, the attendance on the Final Fantasy 16 stream was around 200 to 250 people all day. I don't think...
Let's go back to this one really quick. Okay, so yes, you heard it right. The reason his Amnesia stream game was so bad was because it was a night stream and those fucking Europeans.
Time difference. If you do the math...
So if European, go fuck yourself
PM to 9
and
PM,
fucking Charles.
Right? So you're talking it's 2 a.m. to like...
But seriously, fucking Charles.
So they can't see that stream. So a lot of European viewers, you know, they gotta watch it on demand.
Long live the kite.
You know, some people are like, well, you know, I like horror, and this is a good game, and
I like horror,
but I couldn't particularly just support that stream. But you know, now that I heard what happened, you know, I'm gonna try to come by. So we'll see what happens tonight on the latest stream. There were quite a few people who left comments saying, "Hey, please continue the playthrough. We really are liking it so far. We like when you play horror games. The vibe is cool, and we want to see."
Yes, only Europeans like horror games. Apparently,
tonight we'll see how it goes. So here's the deal. Today I don't have a heck of a lot to talk about. There's like one news story I'd like to cover, and it's not necessarily a particularly big or important one. So today what I would like to do is go a little bit more laid back. Today I'd like to have a more relaxed podcast where after I just cover things like the schedule and like, you know, we'll have an opportunity to just kind of talk, do a little bit of Q&A back and forth. And you might say, whatever happened to Ask the King? You were supposed to do Ask the King like 3 months ago. It still didn't happen. There still hasn't been a reason to.
There's no point to have Ask the King anymore.
We're busy with stuff, what we're doing, right?
He does Q&A all the fucking time anyway.
There hasn't really been demand for it. I'm thinking we should do Ask the King in August, and here's why. Number one, in August.
And August is going to be such a dead month for him. There's no games coming out in August. He's doing like, what, 2 or 3 different marathon celebration bullshits? He's doing his 15-year anniversary month bullshit, even though it's technically in September and not August. So that's going to be boring as fuck and not worth watching.
It just makes sense. It could be my anniversary
and a lot of fucking ego stroking on that
of the show for August.
Because he thinks that's such a big fucking deal for
sometime in August, all right?
So yeah, August is worthless. No, we're not watching that.
We broke 250 with Final Fantasy. We had more people for the podcast and lost the... We had a... I mean, no, we didn't hit a hat goal or anything like that, but it was pretty decent. And we're, you know, heading into the second half. And I bought the game. I don't want to throw it out, you know. It feels like if we maybe tough through the boring parts, perhaps it's worth it. In fact, that's the one person said today on stream, they said, listen, completely agree with you on all your criticisms of the game, but the last quarter of the game, the last 25%, when the story finally goes into overdrive and everything's happening.
You talking about
best
Final
part of the
Fantasy?
game, hands down, you're gonna love the ending. And I was like,
I think he is.
so maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's the journey is this battle.
Well, we all know he doesn't actually care about games like at all. So he obviously doesn't give a shit about the actual story.
Amnesia the Bunker's premiere. Now, ever since Amnesia the Bunker was going to come out in May, people were excited and said they wanted to see me play it. Then it got bumped to early June, and this was the kiss of death, as I said it was going to be. The game came out amongst Zelda, Street Fighter 6, and Diablo. When it came out, no one talked about Amnesia the Bunker. It's as if the game never existed, which is sad because the Amnesia games are pretty good horror experiences. And I was sad that
What's
this
going on
happened
with
to
his
the game.
fucking
People were
camera?
going to play it
It's
still.
like-
I was like, how could I possibly play it? You know, I'll be too busy with those other new releases. I told you guys if you still wanted it, I would go back and play it once we had a chance. And now that we finished both Zelda and Diablo, we got night streams open and said, hey, what do you guys want? And the overwhelming feedback I received this week was, we want variety in Street Fighter. Don't just do random ranked. If you're going to do Street Fighter, do something like a community night or something like that. And we want Amnesia the Bunker because that's horror and that's going to add variety to the streams. Okay? Now, allow me to tell you my experience with the game and my experience with the stream. My experience with the game is almost exactly what I expected. It's Amnesia. In this game, you're not fighting the creature that's after you. You're trying to survive and avoid it. You're trying to make as little noise as possible and sneak around. You're trying to solve puzzles. We already solved a bunch of puzzles tonight, right? And it's a little confusing because the game doesn't really hold your hand or tell you what to do. You got to kind of figure it out for yourself. But in
He's
general,
just repeating
I
himself.
had a good
the other
time. We
day.
made good progress. You know, 2 hours in, we're in one wing of this underground bunker.
Or is this
and
the
we're trying
same
to
shit
solve
that I
all the
already
puzzles.
listened
feel
to,
like we're almost
honestly?
done
I don't
with
know.
this one wing of the bunker.
It's a problem
And
with
then I got
clips,
killed,
honestly.
which is fine because I lost like. As I'm playing the game, I noticed the attendance is going up. Going on, just being honest. The troll element, you know, you got to try to control the stream. At one point, I was moderating myself, and then finally.
Yeah, I already watched this. Sorry, I didn't realize this was the same thing from the clip I watched earlier. All right, anyway. I'm going to call it here for this video. That's the end of it. I still have a few other videos I need to work on, so hopefully those will be up somewhat soon. Yeah, this was just super fucking stupid and tedious, honestly. Blaming everything on detractors, well, I guess we should be used to being the scapegoat for every time something goes wrong over at Phil's end. Because he's not fucking entertaining or bringing in an audience of himself. Oh, I have a slow stream. It must be the troll's fault. No, it could just be that you're not fucking entertaining and they're not willing to give you money for not being entertaining, dumbass. It's hard to actually be entertaining, you know that? And it's like, he's just not. He really isn't. He's just fucking boring and shitting on every game that he plays all the time. Because it's clear he doesn't like games anymore. He just shits on everything. But, yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Bye.